Good afternoon, good afternoon. Rashida Strober here, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist is in the building. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. I got a little bit more time on my hand than I had the other day when I was discussing this topic, so I'm back to talk about it again. For those of you that do not know, I am Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, why do I say that? Well, because April of 2025 will mark 10 years that I went viral for calling out the rapper Kendrick Lamar's dark-ism. And before going viral, I was engaged in a movement that I created, which is the first of its kind, called dark-skin activism. And dark-skin activism is the first movement in history to fight to end what some people call colorism, but what I call darkism. And I'm the first person to create a movement like this. And I was engaged in dark-skin activism, the movement that I created, before YouTube existed, before social media existed, before Facebook existed, before Instagram existed, before TikTok existed, and on and on. So what I did was I brought my movement to social media. And dark-skin activism, what it consists of is me going around. What I was doing in the community is presenting my play called A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge and my other creative works. Now, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge is a play that I wrote and that I have performed in many times about the real story about dark-skinned women. Also, as a part of dark-skinned activism, after I present the play A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, I always do what I call darkism talks to open up the discussion on what darkism is and how it impacts dark-skinned people. So I've been doing this way before YouTube existed. I've been doing this way before social media existed. I just brought my platform online, and when I went viral, y'all started copying me. That's what y'all did. Black women, black men, they was like, what the hell is a dark-skinned activist? That's what they were saying. They said I was crazy. Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club. Hey, AC Walker. Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day at that time for calling myself the dark-skinned activist. And everybody and their mama said I was crazy for talking about dark skin and colorism online, which I had been doing before social media existed. But now all y'all that was talking about me, mocking me, all y'all copied me. Now you got all these people popping up online with their fake colorism stories and their fake colorism channels because they done copied me. For those of y'all that don't understand what I'm saying, go do your research. Go do your research. You can find out that everything that I am telling you, everything that is coming out of my mouth is the truth. You can go to my website, which is darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, aka colorismactivist.com. You can Wikipedia me, you could Google me, you're gonna find out I am the original world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I started this whole colorism movement. And people will never give credit because you bitches are thieves and you're unoriginal, but you're not the dark-skinned activist. It's only one dark-skinned activist, and that's Rashida Strober. Please make a donation. I never get enough donations. My Cash App is $rashidalala. I hope that air is not too loud. My Cash App is $rashidalala. And I do have the Cash App pinned It's pinned to this live chat, and it's also in the description to this live. I would like to get at least one Cash App donation before I end this live. At least one Cash App donation. Now, let me get on voice darkism, because that's what I call it. Voice darkism, okay? In my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, which you can get for free at my website, darkskinactivist.com, I included in the book the first glossary of dark-skinned terms. And the reason I created the book, Darkism, and the reason I created the first dark-skinned glossary of terms was to create words to operationalize the experiences of dark-skinned black people. Okay, the reason I created dark-skinned activism is, not because I didn't respect the colorism scholars. It's because I feel like the colorism scholars didn't go far enough to study and write about the unique experiences that dark-skinned people face. Yes, colorism addresses skin tone discrimination, but I feel like it's monolithic in terms of colorism being the representation of the experiences of all black people, when in reality, yes, dark-skinned black people experience colorism, but it's deeper. It's deeper. So that's why I came up with darkism, because darkism is more in depth. Darkism is more focused. Okay. And yes, Alice Walker is the person that coined colorism. Rashida Strober, myself, coined the word darkism. And sometimes, as a scholar, and I speak on being a scholar because not to impress y'all. I want y'all to know that this ain't about no impressing nobody. I'm just giving you background. Okay. Sometimes in the scholarly literature, there's gaps. There's gaps. There's gaps in our understanding of things. So that's where scholars come in at. They come in and they read the various works and scholarship of other scholars that have came before them. And it's like they're looking for gaps in the literature, looking for gaps in the scholarship to address certain issues and certain points. And that's what I saw when I extensively studied and read the colorism scholars when I was an undergraduate and a graduate student at the University of South Florida, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in history and my master's degree is in political science. And again, I'm not telling y'all that to impress nobody. I'm telling you guys this to give you why. You have to understand why. I think it's important that you understand why a person does something, why a person has a movement. There's always a backstory. There's always a backdrop. There's always a framework. I'm giving you the backdrop. I'm giving you the framework. I'm giving you the backstory of how and why I became the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And if I want to even go take it further back, the makings of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, came from my childhood. That's what it really came from. And I understood darkism or colorism. I hadn't coined the word darkism, obviously, as a child. I didn't coin that. But I understood colorism or darkism, as I later termed it to be a different name, even though I respect colorism. I understood it from an emotional standpoint. As a child, I didn't understand it from a logical, intellectual standpoint. But that's where dark-skinned activism came in. And as I studied, as I went to college, and as I read different scholars, as I looked at the politics of darkism, my thesis is on structural adjustment policies in Sierra Leone, for example, and that's darkism to me. That's how I ended up coming up with all these different theories and themes. Because make no mistake about it, when I was studying Sierra Leone, at that time, I came up with this idea of systemic economic darkism, where dark-skinned people, specifically dark-skinned people, their economies are stifled. And And the relationship is there of them being their dark-skinned people. The economies of dark-skinned people, and Sierra Leone to me is a dark-skinned country. Yeah, there's brown-skinned and light-skinned people, but the vast majority of Africa, billion-plus people, they're dark-skinned. So when you look at the non-dark-skinned world, the world economy, that's entities and organizations like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, which is ran by non-dark-skinned people. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, for example, they have stifled and controlled the economies of dark-skinned people. I hope that makes sense. I'm just trying to give y'all some backdrop into why I think the way I think. Because y'all think that because I come on here and talk loud and I yell and I curse, there's an intellectual behind the yelling and the cursing and the talking loud. And I think the ethical, moral, righteous, intelligent people understand that. So voice darkism is no different from any other concept or idea that has came out of dark skin activism. It's just another form of discrimination faced by dark skinned people, particularly in this case we're talking about dark skinned black women. We're not talking about the dark skinned black man. We're not talking about the dark skinned black man suffering from voice darkism, because a man's voice is expected to be deep. Okay, so one of the things that I want y'all to understand, hey Victorious One, hey everybody, I want y'all to understand that I believe that dark-skinned black women are impacted by darkism the most. Now, I'm not saying, make no mistake about it, I'm not gonna sit here and say that dark-skinned black men don't suffer from darkism. I would be a fool and a liar to deny that. So don't take what I just said as disrespect. It's just me just giving you my own intellectual opinion based upon the facts of what I've seen and experienced and what I've studied. And the reason why I believe that dark-skinned black women suffer by darkism the most is because so much of a woman's power, and a beauty bargaining power is the term I gave it in my book, Darkism. So much of a dark-skinned woman's power is tied up, or a woman in general's power is tied up in how she looks. It's all about the looks. Yes, people will say stuff like, you need to be nice and smart and all this kind of stuff. But I do feel that a lot of that secondary, after you look at a woman and you're attracted to her because of the visual. Now, after you say, okay, that's the woman I want because she got you by the visual, then you checking for stuff like personality. You're checking for stuff like, is she a good mom? Or would she be a good wife? Or is she a nice person? Or is she clean? Or is she educated? Or whatever other quality or characteristic. But the bottom line is, men are visual and they're attracted to women by their looks. They're not looking at a woman going, oh, she seems like she got a good heart. That's not what they're thinking. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. They're not looking at a woman going, oh, I think she'll be a good mother to my kids. They're not doing that. They're not looking at a woman going, oh, I think she's a nice person. No, you're looking at looks. So for a woman, and y'all women can deny this all y'all want. I ain't never been in denial. I'm gonna tell the truth. Call me dark-skinned activist, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, the truth teller. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Also, I would like to get at least one cash app before I end this live. My cash app is $RASHIDA'Lala, $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. The cash app is pinned to this chat and it's in the description to this live. So if a woman's beauty bargaining power, as I call it in my book, Darkism, is tied, you know, to her looks, that's obviously beauty bargaining power. You're using your beauty to bargain, and women do this all the time, whether they want to admit it or not. And to say that we're not doing it is completely and utterly hypocritical. If you compare dark-skinned black men, the dark-skinned black men, their bargaining power, their bargaining chips, their life chances is not tied in the same way to how they look as a dark-skinned black woman. And anybody that would argue against me, you won't make any sense. I mean, I could debate you and I'm gonna win, but I don't do free debates no more. Y'all gotta pay me. But a dark-skinned man doesn't need to necessarily look good to get a mate. A dark-skinned man, if a dark-skinned man got his finances together, he can not look good. I mean, let me give you an example. And I'm talking about, I'm not going to necessarily say this person is unattractive, but he's overweight. Rick Ross is overweight, okay? He's not some buffed, in shape, fit, dark-skinned black man at all. He's overweight, but he has money. So his money compensates. His money compensates, okay? It's not about his looks. He can be big all he want. And he gonna, may he rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. May he forever rest in peace. Biggie Smalls, even in his song, Biggie Smalls said, "Black and ugly as ever, however, I stay Coogee down to the socks." I think that's what I think that's what he was saying. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But he even said, Biggie Smalls, may he rest in peace, he even said, "Black and ugly as ever." However, he threw that in there. And Biggie was, had a lot of women that wanted to get with him, wanted to be with him. He had his choice because he was a great rapper and he had money. I just gave y'all 2 examples. And not just even in the rap world, but the rap world, the entertainment world is like the easiest world where I can point out certain things with dark-skinned black men not having to have a certain so-called look. All they need to do is have their stuff together financially, have something, have some assets. They don't have to look good. It's not their mate selection is not predicated on how they look. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Oh, Victorious once said Gucci down to the socks. I thought it was Coogee. I thought he was saying Coogee down to the socks. You said Gucci. Gucci down to the socks. Okay. Yep. Victorious one, Rick Ross, Biggie Smalls, Corey Holcomb. I don't know who that is, but I'll look that person up. But anyway, yeah, a dark-skinned black. I think we could all agree, if we're being reasonable and if we're being honest, that a dark-skinned black man does not need to use his looks to get a mate. That's just the bottom line. A dark-skinned black woman, she does need to use her looks to get a mate. She does. Because the man is going to choose her based on her looks, if he likes her or not. If he likes the way she looks. And that's just the bottom line. That's just what it is. Okay, men are visual. Men choose women based upon how they look. So the problem here is dark-skinned women, the fact that we're dark-skinned automatically gets associated us with being manly and being ugly. Even if we're pretty. Even if we're pretty. Sometimes it takes a minute to get to a dark skin and realize, oh, she's pretty. I'm talking about, I've heard black people say this. It took them some time for them to see. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. That's one of the lines in one of her songs. It took some time for me to see. But it took some time for y'all black men to see that a dark-skinned black woman was actually pretty. That's sad. That's dark-ism. Why would it take you time to see that? Now, some black men see it automatically. They understand it automatically. But for a lot of y'all, I've even had people tell me. I've had people tell me this. Oh, you was pretty. You did look good. You was a pretty black. You was. I'm talking about like people that I went to school with. They came back to me years later talking about, oh, you was pretty. When they look back on it. They even had my head so messed up to the point where I had to be the one to go, oh, dang, yeah. I look at that old picture like, oh, yeah, you were real pretty, Rashida. You look good. What was you thinking about? So this voice darkism And it's a real thing, because light-skinned women, white women, biracial women, mixed race women, and I've seen some of them that do have deep voices. I call it deep cigarette voices. Some of them do, and they still have husbands. They have no problem getting a man. They have no problem getting someone to want to love them and to want to be with them and to want to marry them and to want to wipe them up. They ain't got no problem with that. But a dark-skinned black woman, we cannot have a deep voice. And I've been telling y'all this about me. I gotta talk about myself first. Being discriminated against for talking a little bit. My voice is sometimes raspy and deep, because I talk a lot. Now, my voice is not naturally deep. It's not naturally raspy. But when I start talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and stuff, sometimes it gets raspy. Sometimes it's a little bit deeper. And I have been discriminated against and deemed to be less feminine, deemed to be masculine, because I'm dark-skinned and sometimes with a deeper voice. Yes, black people are doing this to each other. And I was triggered the other day when I saw the show Pop the Balloon. Somebody had wanted me to look at Pop the Balloon a couple of months back and give my commentary on it. And I finally did about maybe a month ago. But I watched Pop the Balloon. It's in my algorithms now. It's popping up. I watched Pop the Balloon, and it was a dark-skinned woman on there. That's what triggered it again. Because I told y'all, I've been telling y'all about voice darkism for the longest. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Donate. The Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. I would like to get at least one donation before I end this live. I was watching Pop the Balloon the other day, and this beautiful dark-skinned woman, she was from Nigeria. I mean, she was real dark-skinned, like that pretty rich. Sometimes I think my dark skin is like milk chocolate. Sometimes, like in the summertime, I turn like the dark chocolate, because I'll be out in the sun and I like to run and stuff. So I get darker, and I love it. I love being darker, y'all. I love it. But this young lady, she was like that deep, dark, rich chocolate. Like the real chocolate. That cacao, the unprocessed chocolate. Yeah. Get y'all some cacao, by the way. It's very healthy for you. I love cacao. That's the unprocessed chocolate. It's the best chocolate in the world for you. Got a ton of antioxidants and all that good stuff in it. But she was the unprocessed chocolate. I'm talking about, like, she was real black. Like the real black. And she came out and she said whatever she said. And as soon as she started talking, they didn't give her a chance. They popped the balloon. They popped it. They did not. Now, I bet you if she was light-skinned, I put money on it. I put all the money I got in the bank. If she was light-skinned, if she was light-skinned, if she was light-skinned, if she was biracial, if she was mixed race, yep. If she was exotic looking, yep. With that same deep voice, they wouldn't have popped the balloon. Somebody, and I can't stand these pop the balloon people talking about, oh, this, I just wanted to hear her out. I just want to hear her out. Child, please. Who the hell y'all think y'all is? Talking about you just want to hear somebody out. These people act like they doing you a favor on that show. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, Rashida Strawber would never. I could be the most ugliest, ugmo looking, I don't know, hot ass mess looking female in the world. You would never, I would never stoop so low, in my opinion. This is how I feel about it. I never go on no dating show. That's how I feel. You can feel how you feel. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But me personally, I would never go on no dating show. No, absolutely not. Going on a dating show is beneath me. Yes, I said it. And y'all can call me ugly. Y'all call me whatever, unattractive, my nose, my face, my hair, you know, my skin. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care. I would never go on a dating show. Because to me, in my humble opinion, I'm too good to do that. If I can't attract a man to me in the real world, when they see me live, while I'm walking through the store, I'm walking through, you know, wherever I'm at, I'm not interested. But all that fake, oh, I just wanted to hear her out. I bet you they would have said, oh, I wanted to hear her out if it was a light-skinned, deep voice, deep cigarette voice, female. If she was light-skinned, if she was biracial, if she was white, anything but dark-skinned, even if she was brown-skinned, I bet you they would have said, I want to hear, all they always tell me something, I want to hear somebody out. They would have heard her out. At least one of them dudes would have said, let me just look beneath the surface. Let me just look past her voice and see what's in her heart. They would have gave that type of benefit of the doubt to a non-dark skinned woman, whether she be white, black, light skinned, biracial, mixed race, whatever the case may be. I personally consider any non-dark skinned woman, they can be any race, any ethnicity. If you're not dark skinned, you know, to me, you're non-dark skinned. But they couldn't hear her out. They couldn't hear this deep dark chocolate young lady out because she's dark skinned. That's why. And her being dark skinned with a deep voice equates to non-femininity, equates to masculinity, and it don't matter how feminine she looked, because obviously you could tell she's a very feminine woman. It was very obvious, but none of that mattered to those black men. They didn't give a damn. They didn't give her a chance to look at her heart, to look at the type of person she is, to look at, well, maybe she could be a good wife, maybe she could be a good mother, maybe she could, you know what I'm saying? They didn't give her that benefit of the doubt. They immediately popped because of her voice and the fact that she's dark skinned. But that same voice on a non-dark skinned woman would have at least been one black man, would have kept that balloon unpopped and would have listened to that, what that non-dark skinned woman had to say. And this is the type of darkism. The example I just gave y'all is the type of darkism, which is another form of darkism, which I call voice darkism, that I have been telling you guys about for a long time. And I'm so glad, because I wasn't even expecting to see that. Like you watching Pop the Balloon, you don't know what you're gonna see. You don't know what you're gonna see. You don't know who gonna come out, what they gonna say. I wasn't expecting to see all of that, y'all. I wasn't. I was actually like shocked and like kind of thrown off a little bit, but I shouldn't have been though. I should have realized, oh, this is typical of how dark-skinned women are done. This is typical. It ain't no different, Rashida. What the hell are you surprised? I guess the shock came in because I ain't know what was gonna happen. I'm thinking, you know, here come the next contestant, whatever you want to call him, single person, that's gonna come out and blah blah blah. But every last one of them pops. Dark-skinned women we got so many expectations on us. So I'm just surprised that a lot of us have not just gone like crazy. I'm talking about, like, I know a lot of us do have, everybody has mental problems, I think. Everybody has mental health issues. Everybody, every human being on earth, I think, in some way, shape, fashion, or form, everybody is suffering from some form of mental health issue. But some people are more extensive than others. But I'm not talking about the regular run-of-the-mill mental health issues. I'm talking about like completely going out of our minds. I'm so surprised that we as dark-skinned black women, the way that we are treated and the level of expectation, because that's what it's really about. The level of expectations that are compounded on us. We gotta be so much more than the average light-skinned or white or non-dark-skinned woman gotta be. We got to come with everything. We can't have a deep masculine voice. We can't have an out of shape body. We can't have no kids. We got to have a good job with money coming in. We got to be expected to pay for dates. You know, put my phone on the charger. Give me a second, y'all. We got to be expected. What else? There's so many things. We got to be expected to have our hair looking good at all times. We got to be expected to hold down the household, hold down our man, hold down our kids. We have the most expectations of any skin tone of woman as far as I'm concerned. And they're not fair. It's unrealistic, and it's like it's compounded. It's one expectation on top of one expectation on top of one expectation. Where you over here, you see the non-dark skinned woman, theirs is right here. Like right here. On this side, you see the dark skinned woman, her expectations are all the way up here. We can never come in on an equal footing like white, light, mixed, biracial. We can never for example, let me give y'all another example of what I mean so y'all can clearly understand, because I like to provide examples. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. And make sure y'all donate. I would like to get at least one Cash App, and I haven't gotten none before I end this live. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'S, $RASHIDA'S, and my Cash App is pinned to this chat. My Cash App is also in the description to this live. If a dark-skinned black woman with a loose, natural, nappy ponytail come out the door, which is with her hair up in a ponytail, and it's, let's say she just woke up and it's kind of like it's in a ponytail and it's a little bit messy, versus a biracial woman that comes out with her hair in a ponytail and her hair is, you know, she just woke up too, but she come out, let's say they taking out the garbage, I don't know, you know, they might be going out to their car to grab something. But I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Who do you think would be seen as the most beautiful walking out the door to take the garbage out with their hair in a ponytail? Both of them got their hair in a ponytail, but one of them got nappy hair and she dark skinned, and the other one is biracial with good hair. Who do y'all think that black people gonna think look the best? I'm asking this question, and I want y'all to answer it in the chat. I'm waiting on y'all because I want to know the answer. Who y'all got looking the best? Thank you, Victorious One. They're going to automatically say that the light-skinned woman looks best because her hair is, quote-unquote, good hair. The dark-skinned one, whose hair is equally as beautiful, and she probably had the same amount of hair on her head, if not more, they gonna say she looks rough. Black people gonna say she look ratchet, and we're not talking about bonnets here. Notice I didn't say nothing about no bonnet, because I don't care if you're light skin, dark skin. If you coming out the house with a bonnet on your head, to me you look a hot mess. So the bonnets are not in this equation at all. I'm talking about a biracial or a light-skinned woman with good hair coming out the door with her hair in a ponytail versus a dark-skinned black woman with her hair in a ponytail. They gonna say the light-skinned woman, they gonna give her like a pass. They might even tell her that her hair is beautiful. That's how black people are. Black people have been on mess around. They see her at the garbage can. Oh, your hair so pretty. Hair sticking all up on her head in a wild ponytail. But if they meet the dark skinned one at the trash can, they're not gonna say nothing to her. They're just gonna kind of give her a look like, why this bitch came out the door looking like that? They might not say it. They ain't gonna say it out of head, but they'll give you a look. Hey everybody. $5.10. Oh, I'm glad you came on there and asked that question, Jamar. Because also, a dark-skinned woman can't be tall either. Apparently, being a tall, dark-skinned woman is a sign of masculinity. I'm glad you came up on here because I can't leave that out. I can't leave that out. I seen this big old, tall, huge, non-dark skinned woman. She was on Pop the Balloon too. She was real big. To me, she was. And she came on there. Y'all go watch the episode. I don't know, some of y'all might have seen it. But she came on there. She had on all black. She had on like some black tights. And it was where her stomach was showing. And she had on a black top. And it was like, you know, like the material was like, it was like tights. And to me, I mean, I don't think she should have wore that to me, because she was like, she didn't have like a stomach that was like flat to where you can, you know, pull something off like that. And she was like, she wasn't a tall, thin. See, if you dark skinned, you need to be like a tall, slender. You can't be tall and big now. Or you gonna get discriminated against. You need to be in shape. And even if you're in shape and you look good, they still gonna talk shit about you. But if you're gonna be tall and dark, your ass better look like, I gotta talk about the model Naomi Campbell. A lot of y'all know who that is. She from the 90s or whatever. But you better look similar to that if you tall and dark skinned. But here's the darkism. This non-dark skinned woman, and it ain't no shade against her, because I'm not mad at her. I'm just simply pointing out the darkism, how darkism impacts dark skinned women when I look at non-dark skinned women and how they get treated. Do you know that those dudes still picked that woman and they still thought she was beautiful? Even though she was tall, she was real tall, but she was lighter skinned. You could tell she had that good hair. And even though she had on this unflattering outfit that did not look right on her, she should not have worn that. To me, in my humble opinion, if you're that big and tall, I think you should be slender. You should be like slim. But she didn't look like that. Her stomach was too big, to me, for that outfit. And them black men still wanted to get with her. If that ain't darkism, I don't know what is. But let that have been the same body shape on a dark-skinned black woman. They would have left her standing there. They would not have chosen her. I'm telling y'all, they would not have chosen her. Okay? And y'all know I ain't lying. Anybody that want to sit up there and act like I'm lying, you just in denial about, you are what I call a darkism denier. I do, Jamar. Jamar got a lot of questions today. Anoki Yai. I gotta see who that is, victorious one, because I don't know who that is. But yeah, she was a big-boned, tall, non-dark skinned woman, and the black men still wanted to get with her. And I can guarantee y'all that would not have been the case if that woman was dark skinned. I put money on it. I'm so confident in the amount of darkism that dark skinned black women experience that I would put money if that woman was dark skinned. Go watch Pop the Balloon. It might have been I don't know, Pop the Balloon from the last 2 to 3 weeks. Y'all must see her. Miller says, do you think your voice is feminine? I already addressed that, but I'll address it again. Yes, I do think my voice is feminine, but I think that I'm a victim of voice darkism. Like I said, voice darkism. If I was light skinned, nobody would say, you wouldn't even be asking me that question. If I was a light skinned or a white woman, you wouldn't say, Rashida, do you think your voice is feminine? Because you wouldn't care. Because my light skin would cancel out that question. But because I'm dark skinned, add the dark skin, that's why you asking me if I think that my voice is feminine. That's why. Thank you so much for that Cash App. I appreciate that.
There's a 24-minute slowdown caused by a crash on I-75 North in 6 miles.
Sorry,
you are still on the fastest route.
But I believe my voice is feminine. I can't help the way I talk. Like I told you before, maybe you just joined the live, but what I was saying before when I was talking about my own voice, dark-ism, and my experience with black people that try to defeminize me because of my voice quality and how it changes sometimes. I talk a lot, and sometimes my voice gets to be hoarse and it goes a little bit deeper. But that's with any woman, you know. That's not just with me. Any woman that talks a lot, or any woman, even I would say, even if you look geographically, if you listen to the voice quality of a lot of women that come from New York, if you listen to their voice, a lot of them got deeper voices. That's not something that we could help. That's not something that doesn't make those dark-skinned women or those women any less feminine. They're still women. They're still women. But the dark-skinned ones get defeminized. We get defeminized. We get masculinized. And we got to try harder. Hold on, y'all. Just got a tiny bit of a cold here, y'all. Give me a second. I keep my little Vaseline jar here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Petroleum jelly, because I like to use this to moisturize my lips. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that Cash App. And I want to say thank you to the person that donated. I appreciate you. My Cash App is in the description to this live. My Cash App is also in the chat. It's pinned. I never get enough donations. That's dark-ism as well. Hey, Generic. Hey, Black Culture TV. Hey, everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all coming on here checking me out today. I do. I'm grateful. But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes I feel like black people, my own people, try to make me feel bad because of how I talk. And getting back to the example of New York, the black women in New York. Okay, I don't personally like what's going on with Remy Ma, right? But I will point out like the contradiction, because Remy Ma, I know she's done things to cause people to look at her in a light where she's doing like non-feminine things. I get that. I'll admit to that. I'm talking about that right now. I feel that Remy Ma is victim of voice discrimination as well, because she has a deeper voice and she's darker skinned. And I've read on social media in comment sections about people calling her masculine, people calling her masculine because of her voice and manly because of her voice. Yep. And we're specifically talking about her voice. I've seen it. I've read it. And I can't tell you exactly what video I saw it on, the comment section of what video. But I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't making this up. Y'all know, most of y'all watching this, you know who Remy Ma is. Most of y'all watching this, y'all know that Remy Ma has a deeper voice. And I have read comments about her on social media where black people have tried to masculinize her because of how she speaks. Yeah, y'all have done that. That's another example. Now, her behavior and the way that she has this bully aura doesn't help it. I will admit to that. I will admit to that. But still, she's a female, she's dark-skinned, and that's how she speaks. And she should not be defeminized or masculinized because of something she can't help. That's my argument. It's no defense of, I'm not defending Remy Ma per se. I'm saying, I'm giving you an example of a dark-skinned black woman who has been defeminized and attacked because of her voice quality. But y'all don't do that with non-dark-skinned women. I see y'all praising the non-dark-skinned females that rap. Y'all like them. Y'all praise them, and they got deep voices. It's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, being black, man. Being dark-skinned and black, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. It's like you have to work so hard. Hey, RBG, shout out to you. You said, what about T-Boz? I think T-Boz gets a pass. And I like T-Boz. I mean, I'm from the 90s, y'all. I was a teenager in the 90s. I'm glad you brought that up, RBG. T-Boz and Chili and Left Eye, may she rest in peace. They were a part of the soundtrack of my teenage years. And everybody thought that T-Boz, everybody I know, they liked her voice. So I think that because she's not dark-skinned, I'm not going to say that she's like super duper light-skinned, but she's definitely not a dark-skinned woman. I believe that because she's not dark-skinned, because I knew a lot of dudes growing up that liked her. They really liked her. They thought she was pretty. And nobody ever defeminized T-Boz at all because of her voice quality. Nobody ever defeminized T-Boz. Everybody loved T-Boz. Like I said, all the boys I went to school with, they thought she was, they wanted to get with her. So no, she's an example of a non-dark-skinned woman that does not get bashed or called masculine because of the natural tone and quality of her voice. She doesn't. Show me somebody that done called T-Boz manly. You ain't gonna be able to find one. Show me somebody. You're not gonna be able to find somebody that point out, because that's how black people is. We have our picks and chooses who the fuck we like, who we gonna deem to be pretty, who we gonna deem to be sexy, who we gonna deem to be feminine. We pick and choose, and it is based on dark-ism. But I'm not finna change my motherfucking self for y'all asses. That's one thing I'm finna tell y'all right now. However I wake up and my voice be sounding, that's how it's gonna be damn sounding. I'm not gonna change myself for y'all to like me. I don't give a damn. Because sometimes my voice is deeper and sometimes it's not deep. It's whatever God decides my voice should sound like on any given day when God allowed me to wake up. Y'all don't allow me to wake up. People don't allow me to wake up. God is allowing me to wake up. So why the should I be worried about and try to please y'all? And this is why dark-skinned black women don't try to please black people. I've made this argument for years, and I'm still the same. Dark-skinned black women, we got to please ourselves. We cannot go around here worried about what black people think of us, because you'll never be able to please black people. You'll never be good enough for them. You'll never be feminine enough for them. Your voice will never be soft enough for them. Look at Serena Williams. Nothing Serena Williams does is ever good enough for black people. Nothing. She's a great. Y'all can talk shit about her all y'all want. I don't give a damn. Now, do I think that Serena Williams should have married a black man? I do. I will admit that. But I think that black people haven't been so nice to Serena Williams. Y'all talk shit about everything that she does. Y'all talking about she lightening her skin. You know, y'all didn't like the plaits, the natural plaits that was in her hair. Y'all talk about how muscular she is. You just damned if you do, damned if you don't with black people and you dark skin and female. So this is why I'm saying you cannot please black people, dark skinned black women. You can't. Don't try. I learned that shit a long time ago. I'm not here to please none of y'all. Y'all been talking shit about me for years. I don't give a damn. Y'all say I'm loud. Y'all don't like the way my voice sound. Y'all say I'm ugly in the face. Y'all, all kinds of shit. Y'all masculine. I don't give a damn. I'm always come on here and be Rashida. Because I've been realized, dark-skinned black women, I've been realized you're wasting your time and your life if you try to please black people and live up to black people's standards. You are literally wasting your time and your life. Don't do it. You got so many other things that you could be focusing on accomplishing. You only get one life. One. Just be who the fuck you are. Work with what you got. And do it for yourself. Don't do it to please no man. Don't do it to please the members of your family. Fuck them too. If they gonna come with their dark-ism bullshit, they can go to hell too. Please your damn self. If you're gonna get your hair done, do it for yourself. If you're gonna be out here getting your nails done, if you're gonna be out here getting your lashes done, if you're gonna be out here shopping, do that shit for yourself. Be self-absorbed in some ways. I'm not saying to be like an asshole or to mistreat people. I'm talking about when it come down to you and what you want out of life, you dark-skinned women, we need to do what we want to do. We need to not worry about if these people like how we look, if they like our hair, if they like our lips. I don't give a damn about none of that. We need to worry about if you like it. Do you like it? Do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? Are you healthy? Are you making sure you never smoke cigarettes? Are you making sure you never do drugs? Are you making sure, because I don't drink alcohol, none of that. I'm above all of that shit. Yes, I fucking said it. I got motherfuckers mad at me because I say I don't smoke or drink or never done that. They're jealous of that because I'm dark skinned and I'm supposed to do that. Yeah, they mad. They stay mad at us, dark skinned women. We damned if we do, we damned if we don't. That's why I do what the fuck I want to do. I don't give a fuck about what y'all say. They get mad because I curse. Oh, Rashida, you curse too much. Oh, Rashida, you talk too loud. But guess what? If I'm not cursing, and if I'm talking like this, they still gonna talk shit about me. They still not gonna like me. And even if I do this, even if I'm quiet, I wasn't saying nothing. Even if I'm quiet, you still gonna find a reason not to like me. Thank you, Black Culture TV. So as long as we're not hurting anyone, as long as we're not disrespecting anyone, dark-skinned women, I don't want you to be ratchet. I don't want you to go out in the world disrespecting people. I don't want you to go out in the world start and mess with people. I don't want you to go out in the world trying to bully people. I don't condone that. As long as we're being respectful human beings, we need to be doing us. Do what we want to do. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, I would like to get at least one more cash out before I end this live. Black Culture TV. With all due respect, I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, and I was here before these other people. They actually sound like me. They're copying me. My channel, Dark Skin TV, Rashida Strober, is the longest running colorism and oldest colorism channel on YouTube. These people are copying me. The person that you're talking about, I don't even know who they are. I never even watched their channel. I don't want to sound like, what's the word? I'm not trying to demean anybody, but I don't watch other people's contents. I don't. I'm telling you the truth. Like, the only time I watch somebody's content is if somebody asks me to give commentary on it, like with the pop the balloon. But I can promise you, these people don't watch me. I don't even know who this person is you're talking about. I've been on YouTube since 2010 with the first colorism channel. These people are watching me in the cut. So that person, perhaps they're watching me, because I don't even know who they are. They sound like me. I don't even know who they are. I haven't even watched them. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest with you. No shade. No shade. No shade to that person. No shade to you, Black Culture TV, at all. Please do not take it wrong what I'm saying, because a lot of times y'all be misunderstanding me and where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be rude to nobody. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm just here to tell y'all the truth. I've been on YouTube longer than all these folks. I don't care how many views I got, whatever the case may be. I started this movement. These people are copying me. That's the truth. Now, that's the truth. And anybody that do their research, that's ethical and moral and upright, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You gonna find out, oh shit, Rashida telling the truth. Rashida ain't lying. Thank you, Black Culture TV. Because I'm not trying to be funny at all. I'm really not. I'm just on here to tell y'all the truth. I've always been on here to tell y'all the truth. That's what all y'all gonna get from me is the truth. I ain't gonna never come up on here and tell y'all no lie. Can't nobody ever tell y'all. My channel is the oldest, longest colorism channel on YouTube. Everybody in their mama motherfucking copied off my channel. And I could guarantee you, can't nobody that's been watching Rashida Strober, AC Walker, you say you've been watching me since you was in high school. And now that's 10 years ago. Y'all nobody can't never say I done came up on here and lied. Because I don't do that. What y'all see is what y'all get. What do you mean, how long? How long what? What do you mean? I'm trying to understand. Thank you, Black Culture TV. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, Victorious West said, show some love with some cash apps. Handsome black men support. Thank you. That's right. The cash app is $Rashidalala. Hold on, let me put it in the chat. Let me help y'all out. Give me a second here. My cash app is $Rashidalala. Once again, shout out to Black Culture TV. I appreciate you very much for making that super chat. And I would encourage everybody, if you want to make a donation, please donate to my cash app, because YouTube take a long time to pay. They just do. My Cash App is in the chat. It's pinned to the chat. It's in the description to this live as well. So make sure you guys make a donation. Khadidra S says, hi Rashida, I need some advice about something that happens to me at work. Of course. Now, if you feel comfortable with putting it in the chat, you can. If you don't want to put it in the chat, you don't have to. But if you put it in the chat, I can address it right now. But if you want to email me, you can always email me what you have to say. If you want to keep it more private, it's totally up to you, Khadidra. It's totally up to you. But yes, even with my book, those of y'all that's been rocking with me for a very long time, y'all know about my book that I wrote a long time ago. It's the first motivational book written for dark-skinned females. And it's called How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet. And I know the title, what the title says, How to Be the Hottest. It implies being like cute and sexy and all that. But that's not really what I'm talking about. Because I feel like, thank you so much for that Cash App, Khadidra. I feel like the cuteness, the hotness, and the sexiness will be a byproduct of if you work on things that have nothing to do with the physicality. I'm talking about your physical appearance in terms of being cute and pretty. I'm talking about if you work on things like your diet. That's being the hottest dark-skinned chick on the planet. If you work on things like having good character, that's being the hottest dark-skinned chick on the planet. If you work on things like your mental health, that's being the hottest dark-skinned chick on the planet. If you work on things like your education and your hobbies, your likes and dislikes, that's what the book is actually talking about. Now, how you physically look is a byproduct to me. So if you out there, dark-skinned women, for example, if you are eating the right foods, if you plant-based, if you cleaning out your colon, if you're not consuming alcohol and drugs, if you're taking care of your body, you getting up every day, you exercising, you drinking your water, that's being the hottest dark-skinned chick on the planet. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, King Pix. If you keeping your household up, and one of the ways that you keep your household up is, yes, I agree, you cook. You prepare meals. I am so big. No shade to the food sharing apps and all that. No shade. But Rashida Strober, I'm a person that likes to cook. I cook. I make my own meals, so I would have to agree with you. And my meals are plant-based, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody. That is not what I'm saying. I'm putting my email inside the chat, because I don't want y'all to feel like, the people that don't cook, I don't want you to feel like I think that I'm better than you because I cook. That is not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying the reason that I like to personally cook, y'all, is because I like to know what is going in my food. That's why. And a lot of times when we eat out, we do not know what is going into our food. Give me a second, y'all, because I'm trying to put my email inside the chat, so bear with me. It's darkskinnisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. darkskinnisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com. So if you want to email me, you can. I do check my emails. If you don't feel comfortable putting what you have to say in this platform, I completely understand. But yeah, I don't want nobody to feel like because they don't cook, because I don't know what people's personal circumstances are. The reason why I was saying cooking at home is better is because you know what goes in your food. And that's the reason why I like to cook. I like to know what I'm putting in my food. That's why I said that. Not to throw shade or to be rude or to be mean. That's not it. Understand where I'm coming from. And that's another thing. And I love to give black dark-skinned women credit for what they create. So Nina Simone, she got a song that Lil Wayne, you shouldn't even be utilizing a dark-skinned woman's songs in your lyrics because you don't like dark-skinned women, apparently. You think you're better, even though your daughter's dark-skinned and your first wife was dark-skinned. You think it's an upgrade that you don't deal with dark-skinned women. So don't use Nina Simone's "Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood." You don't have a right to use that, but I do, and I'm giving credit to Nina Simone, a beautiful dark-skinned woman that's all the way for real black. Her song "Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood," I like to quote that because I feel like people misunderstand me. I'm not trying to be rude, and again, it's because I'm dark-skinned. You couple my dark skin and the way I talk, you think I'm being aggressive. You think I'm being rude, and I'm actually not. But if I'm light-skinned saying this, in the same way I say, the same tonation, the same, because I move and I talk with my hands, I talk with my body. If I was light-skinned, with the same expressions, the same speech patterns, the same tone, y'all would be praising me. So don't misunderstand me. I say what I'm saying from a place because I have to, when you're dark skinned, you have to state this stuff to people or they'll lie on you and make it seem like you're aggressive when you're not. So I have to overtly state it. I'm not coming from an aggressive place. I'm not coming from a place of meanness. I'm actually coming from a place of humanitarianism. And thank you to the people that understand me. Thank you. Thank you to the people that are not misunderstanding me. I'm coming from a place of compassion because I'm a very compassionate and empathetic person, regardless of what people try to say about me. I care about the state of humanity. That's why I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Because I care so much about the state of humanity, I decided to create a movement to positively impact the state of humanity, a segment of humanity that really needs help, dark-skinned people. So, King Pick said, not gonna lie, you are average looking and look like a mother aunt figure. Do you honestly think you being light-skinned would make that much of a difference? Yes, I do. I do. And I'm happy with how I look because like I said, I'm not going to try to change for nobody. Thank you for giving me that compliment. I've been on YouTube for a long time and I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I've been on here for a long time, longer than anybody else talking about colorism and darkism. So I'm happy with how I look. I'm happy. I love it. I step into all of my roles with no problem. So it's all good. I'm not insulted by none of that. I'm trying to get to, because I know that Khadidra, you came on here with a question. Khadidra says, so at my job, there is an African chick, and every time we get around our boss, she starts acting funny towards me, and our boss is attractive. Well, Khadidra, now that could be about a number of things. And unfortunately, it don't matter the race, it don't matter the skin complexion of women. I feel like women compete with each other everywhere. So I think that's a part of it. I mean, Khadidra, we could be, as you know, we could be in the workplace, we could be at church, we could be at school, we could be at an event for our child. It don't matter where we at. I think that women compete with each other subconsciously and consciously. But I don't think we should be doing that. I don't think we should be competing with each other because I feel like we're all different and unique and we all have something to offer. You're you. So you don't have to compete with another female because it's only one of you. And even if you got a twin, it don't matter because y'all twins, y'all look alike, but y'all are still different human beings, different entities. So we shouldn't be competing with each other. We definitely should not be competing with each other because we are so unique. It's only one of you. But with that being said, it could be several things. One is competition. Maybe this chick could like this person. And maybe they could, I don't know how you look, Khadijah, but maybe they could see you as a threat because maybe they view you as good looking, and maybe they think, oh, well, he might like her. Women do that. You know, a lot of women, unfortunately, want you to dim your light to make them feel okay. And I don't think that we should ever do that. I don't think that no woman should dim their light. And your light could be in many different ways. It could be maybe you're good at your job. Maybe you're very meticulous. Maybe you're articulate. Maybe you fast. Maybe you quick with it. I don't know. Maybe you dress nice. Maybe people like you. I don't know. But it's something apparently going on where the person is acting funny towards you, Khadijah, when you get around this boss. So what I would say to you is, because we always have to be vigilant, we always have to be watchful. What I would say to you is, you gotta watch. You gotta watch yourself when you're around this person. And you gotta make sure that you stay focused on what you need to be doing. I wouldn't be necessarily worried or concerned. I'm just gonna give you, because you asking for my advice, I'm gonna give it to you. Even when I'm on jobs and I work for myself, like I don't work for anybody now, but one of the reasons why I don't work on jobs is because I don't like all the bullshit. Because I'm not there for that. I'm not there to please no dude. I'm not there to try to get with nobody. I'm not there to compete with you. I'm a genuine person. If I like your ass, I like your ass. And I don't give a damn what race you are. I don't give a damn how you look. You could be pretty, you could be ugly, you could be fat, you could be skinny. I don't go off of that. What I really truly go off of in the workplace is how a person treats me. Are you a nice person? Are you treating me fairly? Are you treating me kindly? That's what I go off of. I don't give a damn about none of that other stuff. But everybody does not operate like that, Khadijah. As you know, you're smart. Some people will walk up in a workplace and they just don't like, for me, when I was in the workplace, other females, they saw me as ugly. Okay, they didn't think I was good looking. Like I give a fuck. Because, at the end of the day, I would try to tell these women, they need to understand the men make the choice. The men are the fucking decision makers. Females, you're not. I know y'all want to be. I know y'all want to decide what a man likes, but you don't. And I've had instances at jobs where I did absolutely nothing and I look plain and simple like this. I've always been a plain Jane. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I ain't never had no problem. Let me be honest. I ain't never had no problem getting a man. Being plain like this. My plain glasses wearing ass. No makeup. I don't have on any fucking makeup. This is Rashida. I'm a very plain Jane woman, a plain Jane dark-skinned woman, and I'm proud of it, and I'm not gonna change for you motherfuckers at all. I don't give a fuck. But do you know, Khadijah, in my plain Janeness, my basicness, bitches was still jealous of me and mad. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I'm going to share a little secret with you. Some men actually like the plain Janeness. They actually found it attractive. No lie. To this day, I can't even fucking understand it. But I'm not in no damn man's head. I ain't gonna sit there and try to figure y'all out. I'm just going to be my damn self. But some of these women that thought that they were better looking than me, more attractive than me, better body, better hair, better makeup, they ain't wear glasses, whatever the fuck. They thought that the dude should like them. And not me. They're looking at it like, what the fuck you seeing this ugly bitch? This big foreheaded, big nose, whatever, however they saw me. And they were mad and jealous. Yes, no lie. because I did nothing extra. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Give me a second. 1 second here. Okay, because I did nothing extra. I did nothing extra. Okay. I didn't try to like fix myself up to please nobody. I don't care. To this day, I don't care. I do stuff to please Rashida. I fix myself up only for me. Like, it's about me. Do I think I look good? And I've always had that philosophy because, again, we're all going to die one day. So why do I need to live my life trying to please other black people, other black women, other black men? But some females that I work with, they didn't like the fact that this ugly, big-nosed, dark-skinned woman with nappy hair that's not so attractive, some of the men like me. They didn't like that. They were like, look at her. She's ugly. She's not. Some of them was talking behind my back. This one, I was living in California. They would say I was ugly. No lie. I can't make this shit up. And I was just being myself. I've always been myself. So it could be something about you to where she feels threatened when y'all are in the same space as this boss that's attractive, to where she feels like she got to act a certain kind of way. But that's stupid, because even if she acting funny towards you, if that man likes you, he gonna like you. She can't do nothing about that. That's the thing. That's why I keep saying over and over that dark-skinned women, you gotta just be you. Just be the best version of yourself. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about what people are saying about you, because they're never going to fully like you. That person, whoever she is, this African chick, she truly has a problem with herself, Khadidra. She doesn't really have a problem with you. Okay? She doesn't have a problem with you. The problem that she's having is internal. And that's a lot of black people's problem. It's internal. We're having problems with ourselves. And so what do? We project our problems that we have with ourselves onto other black people. It's happened to me so many times. That's why, Khadidra, I work for myself. I do not, because I ain't got time for that petty shit. I don't hate on no other women, because I don't want to be nobody but Rashida Strober. I don't hate on how no other woman looks. If another woman want to doll herself up and put on makeup, I'm happy for you. I don't care. I'm not going to like dislike you. If another woman is considered to be more beautiful than I am, if other people think, oh, she's prettier, I don't care. I'm not going to stop being your friend because this person over here think that you look better than me. I don't care. I'm going to go off of how you treated me. I had that issue growing up. I think I told y'all about this before. My light-skinned cousin, who's actually to this day still my favorite relative. I think I did a live with her before. People in my family tried to, pit us against each other. They would treat her better than me. They would give her gifts, tell her how beautiful she was, spend time with her, show her more love, all that. But did that stop me from liking my cousin and being friends with my cousin? Never. Because I'm not that type of person. So here's another thing that you don't do. If never not be friends with a light-skinned person, or mistreat a light-skinned person or a non-dark-skinned person, dark-skinned women, just because self-hating black people say, oh, she looked better than you. They're trying to create a wedge between you. Even when I was in high school, all of my best friends were light-skinned. They were. They gravitated towards me. They liked me as a person. And I remember dudes liking them and thinking that they were more beautiful than me. That never stopped me from being friends with them. I had this one light skin, I saw her about maybe like a month ago, and she remembered me. She walked up to me so jovial. She's like, hey, Rashida, because she was considered to be more beautiful than me. But me and her used to walk to the bus stop every day. She was so nice to me. We just never beefed or argued. Another one of my best friends in high school. She had green eyes. Everybody liked her. They thought she was, and none of that ever bothered me because I just don't care. I go off of how the person treats me. So that's another thing. They want you to be jealous, dark-skinned women. That's nothing. They want you to be jealous. They want you to be envious. But don't do it. If that person, whether that person in the workplace, whether that person is in school, hold on, y'all. Find me a drink. I'm on here talking and running my damn mouth. Running my mouth. I told y'all I love to talk. When we having time, I'll talk to y'all and run my mouth and run my mouth and run my mouth and run my mouth. I hope I'm helping you, Khadidra. I really do. God knows I do, Khadidra. Trying to read your comment off my other phone. But what I was saying, if you a light-skinned woman or a light-skinned female or a dark-skinned female and you friends, you know, you have a light-skinned friend or a dark-skinned friend, don't let people drive a wedge between y'all because self-hating black people will tell the light-skinned female that they look better. Y'all still there? Y'all ain't went nowhere? I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Hold on one second, though, because I want to read Khadidra. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Khadidra came back in and said something else. Khadidra said one time she hit my back. And I asked her, why would you hit me? And she said, sorry, you had a bug on your back. I believe she was being catty towards me. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you know, I mean, you could have had a bug on your back for real. but I understand what you're saying though. But I will say you have to, and you probably already know this, Khadidra. You gotta watch her. You gotta watch her to make sure. And I'm still here, y'all. I'm just reading some of the comments. RY, I don't know what that sign is, which is RY, get it. Shout out to you. Cookie Dough the Great. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's watching and that's tuned in. I appreciate all y'all. I really do. Bang Clandestine says, gorgeous dark-skinned women control any room they step in. Just live. You're right. I agree. That's Japanese. RBG says, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I think some black men love dark-skinned women. You are not tripping. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me clearly? Y'all gotta let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Because Reef says the audio is sticking, Rashida. Can you hear me now? Y'all hear me clearly? Okay, thank you, Khadidra. Yeah, you're right. I would 100% agree with you with what you're saying about dark-skinned women, beautiful dark-skinned women controlling any room they step in. You're right to an extent, because I still feel, even if you, because I just told y'all, people on jobs thought I was ugly. The women, they would call me ugly and plain Jane, and I never switched up. But they were still intimidated by me, still causing me problems, even in my ugliness, even in my fucking plain Janeness. So I think it's a stigma with just being dark-skinned. Whether you an ugly dark-skinned woman, considered to be an ugly dark-skinned woman, such as a lot of people have considered me to be ugly, or whether you are a pretty dark-skinned woman, it doesn't matter. The dark-ism, the only dark-skinned women I think that get passes are the mixed dark-skinned women. The ones that are mixed, like the Tatiana Ali's or the Chili, okay, from TLC, y'all know who that is. What's the woman that I feel so bad for her. She has a mental illness, but she was in Tyrese's video, Sweet Lady. She got the so-called good hair. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those type of dark-skinned women with those mixed dark-skinned features, they get passes, right? They can step in the room and control it. But I still feel that there's a bias towards the dark-skinned black women that look like me, whether we're the pretty ones or the ugly ones. All you need to do is be dark-skinned. Okay. But yes, Khadidra, watch this person. Watch her. Because you don't know what the person's intent is. You know, you have to have a discerning spirit to see where somebody is coming from. And if you're around them long enough, and if you're paying attention long enough, I believe that God will reveal their true intentions towards you. So you definitely got to watch her. Obviously, you've been feeling some type of vibes from her, feeling some type of way about her because of the stuff that she's been doing. So you already have been watching her, which is a wonderful thing. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad you're protecting yourself. But another thing that I would do, a bit of advice that I've given to other dark-skinned women that I've counseled in the past before. Another thing that I think that we got to do, dark-skinned women, we got to start becoming entrepreneurs. Because when you become an entrepreneur, you don't have to deal with a lot of the catty bullshit dark-ism. Because that's what it is. That's what it sounds like to me. It's catty bullshit dark-ism. You ain't got to deal with a bunch of the catty bullshit dark-ism that come along in the workplace. And I'm for one, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm personally not finna tolerate that bullshit, because I know I'm not coming at nobody. I don't come at other females in a catty way. I don't do that. I respect everybody. I don't care. As long as you treat me with respect, I don't care who you are. We good. I'm not catty. I'm not disrespectful. I respect all human beings. But that's the one thing I notice about the damn workplace, corporate America, wherever it is. You know, I'm not going to be bothered and put up with all that cattiness. That's why I am an entrepreneur, because I don't have to worry about, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to worry about pleasing your clients. Okay? Not petty ass coworkers that don't like what you got on today, don't like your hair, don't like your work performance, don't like your demeanor in the work, all that bullshit. Because I'm going to be me. I'm not going to be fighting with somebody over Rashida way of being. Because I ain't going to fight with you over your way of being. So we not going to do that, because we're equals. So that's why I would highly recommend thinking about what you can do to be an entrepreneur. What do you like? What do you like doing? What are you good at? What are your interests? You know, think about those things and how you could utilize those in as an entrepreneur, because that will pull you out of that catty work environment if you so choose. It ain't gonna, automatically do so. I'm not saying that just because you go open up a business, you're going to become successful tomorrow. It takes time to build up. But what I am saying is to build up that side hustle, dark-skinned women. Build up that side hustle to where maybe a year, 2 years on down the line, who knows how long God's plan is, you'll have the option to say, if I want to walk away from some shit, I'll walk away from some shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll have that option. Build up your side hustle. I never was one that could work for long in like a work environment. Like, that's never been me. I've never been that type of person that's a 9-to-5 person that goes to a brick and mortar building and just have to be interacting with crazy people that want to act the fool. Now, if you want to treat me like a human being and everybody respect everybody, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But I like to do my own thing. I like to be myself. I'm not going to change up. I'm going to be Rashida, and that's why for me, y'all, being an entrepreneur is one of the things that I've decided to do, because it's less drama. Like I said, when you're working in a corporate environment, and I'm here, y'all. I just got the phone down a little bit, changing it up a little bit. Y'all can hear my voice. I'll come back on there again. But because I'm driving, when you're working in a corporate environment, and y'all, anybody that done worked in the corporate environment, anybody that done worked at any job, you know that you have multiple people to please. You know that you have to please your boss, your supervisor, your co-workers. You got to get along with them, the customers. You know what I'm saying? When do you have any energy to please your damn self? What about you? Think about that. You know, and I just feel like it's just too many damn people that I got to be sitting up here worrying about pleasing. And I'm not, you know, and you got these motherfuckers, maybe they done had a bad day at home. They want to bring that mess to the job. And I understand that people go through stuff. I'm very empathetic, but don't take it out on me. Because you done had a fight with your boyfriend, your husband, whoever. Don't come to all that now. Y'all, that's doing too much for me. So that's why, Khadidra, consider becoming an entrepreneur. Another option too that COVID introduced is working from home. We are living in a day and age due to where we can work from home. You know, that's another way to avoid the drama. You know, you can have your little office how you want it. You know, get your little flowers. Personally, I like flowers and pictures that depict the beach because I'm from and I grew up around water, so I like water. You know, I get my little candles, my flowers. I got my pictures of the beach, and my environment is very clean and orderly because that's another thing. I like order. You can kind of design your own environment when you work from home. I like having my green juices and my plant juices that I drink and stuff like that. You know, you can kind of make your environment the way you want it to be when you're working from home. Yes, you still got to answer to your boss. Yes, you still got to deal with coworkers, but you're dealing with them virtually. So that's a consideration, you know. Yeah, Terrell Hicks is very beautiful. Yep. Cookie Dough the Great says, darkism makes me very depressed. Why? Cookie Dough, share with us what had happened. Why did you say that? I hope I said something that helped you, Khadidra. I really do. I'm just sharing based upon my experiences with darkism and darkism in the workplace, because I've experienced some of that stuff, and I just, you know, I ventured out and started doing my own thing in an entrepreneur way, and I find that that's the best fit for me. So that's what it's about too. It's about dark-skinned women finding our fit. We know that we're going to be faced with darkism in this society. We know that. But I believe that we can still function in this society, and we can still be productive, and we can still create our happiness, even within the confines of darkism and racism in this society. Yes, Janet Huber is very classy and very beautiful. Yes, I agree. And they was jealous of her too. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, I feel like everybody just, the way that they did her when they brought in, that was a clear example of darkism, a clear-cut example of darkism, because Janet Huber exudes so much class and sophistication, and you could just tell that she was not going to accept anything. And they don't like you when you're a dark-skinned woman like that. When you are classy and sophisticated and you're not going to take people's shit, you're not going to let people just demean you and make you feel like you're less than. They don't like you when you're like that, dark-skinned woman. They don't like you. They don't like you when you're any kind of way. But especially if you one of them so-called uppity dark-skinned black women. They really ain't going to like you. When you have boundaries as a dark-skinned black woman, when you have self-respect as a dark-skinned black woman, they're not gonna like you. When you have an attitude where I'm not gonna just let you trample all over me as a dark-skinned black woman, I demand respect. As people are not gonna like you. They have a problem with you just being you. So yeah, it just goes back to what I was saying earlier. I want y'all to understand that we as dark-skinned women will never, ever, ever, ever be able to please everybody. It's impossible. So don't try. As a dark-skinned black woman, we'll never be able to please everybody. Ever. So just be who you are. Be the best version of you. Do not try to compete with other people. Do not try to compete with other females. Compete with yourself. You are truly your only competitor because it's only one you. So when I'm saying stuff like dark-skinned black women should be the best version of themselves, I'm talking about things like exercising, things like eating right. If you smoke, stop smoking. If you drink alcohol, don't drink alcohol. Be the best version of yourself. Whatever that means to you, be the best version of you. Because when you get to the end of your life, and tomorrow is not promised to nobody, but when you get to the end of your life, it's truly going to be about what you've accomplished for yourself, what you did, what you wanted to do with your life, and the people that truly love you. Did you treat people right? Did you spend enough time with the people that truly love you, people that truly treasure you? So that's what I'm saying. You will go crazy trying to please the people in this world, black people, dark-skinned people. Hey, Jimmy, you'll go crazy. I'm just saying. Work on yourself. Work on your gifts and talents. Like I said, exercise. Oh, you like my jawline? You said my jawline is elite. Well, some people have looked. Thank you, Jimmy. Some people have looked at my jawline and said my jawline was masculine. I've gotten that. Yeah, like I said, they try to do everything they can to defeminize me as a dark-skinned black woman. That's why I could speak about this. That's why I could come on here and talk about it, because I done heard everything in the book about myself. But I'm just gonna be me, because that's all I could be. I can't be nobody. I don't want to be nobody else. I done made plenty of videos letting y'all know I don't want to be none dark skinned. I want to be who I am. So yes, this is my jawline. This is my jawline. Yes. Oop, there it is. All natural. All natural. There you have it. There you have it, y'all. Yes. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. You said, forget what anyone says, your skin is flawless. Well, there's no makeup. This is no makeup. I've worn makeup before. But 95% of the time I'm not wearing no makeup. So just all Rashida Strober. What you see is what you get. It is what it is. But yeah, so y'all, I want to thank y'all for listening. I really appreciate y'all. I'm happy that I was able to go in more detail about this dark-skinned women and voice dark-ism. It's just really sad the way that some of us get treated. But I hope that I said something that helps somebody. You guys can always go to my website, which is darkskinactivist.com, and download a free ebook copy of my book entitled Dark-ism. The other books I've written are on Amazon. They include How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. So go make sure y'all get my books and read them. Also, if you haven't, please make a donation. I never get enough donations. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. And truthfully, I would love to get another donation before I end this live. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, $RASHIDA'Lala. And if I don't talk to y'all during the new year, Which I might go live. I might go live, y'all. I wish y'all a beautiful 2025, and I wish for an end to darkism in 2025. I wish that all human beings could treat each other with love, respect, compassion, sincerity, kindness, humility. And I won't have to be coming on here yelling and screaming. I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Hey, RBG. Thank you, Black Culture TV. You say, just want to see you stay positive, Queen. You have a beautiful spirit. Thank you so much. We love you, Queen. I love you. I love you right back. I love y'all right back. And I truly love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Like, I don't just be saying that shit to sound good. I really do love y'all, for real. That's in here. If you could see my heart, you would know that's in here. So, yeah, I wish y'all a very, very, very happy new year. And I'm looking forward to producing my show on the Dark Skin Activist Tour. It's called Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. I already wrote Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. I just need to go ahead and produce it. So in 2025, that's one of my goals for 2025, along with continuing to run my marathons. Yes, I do run my marathons. I ran 2 marathons in 2024. I ran the Atlanta Peachtree Road race, and I also ran a race called The Race, because I believe that dark-skinned women got to take care of ourselves. So I'm looking forward to running my marathons again, but I'm also looking forward to producing Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. Yes, and Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit, you will be able to watch it pay-per-view live stream, no matter where you are at in the world. You all will be able to watch Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. So keep yourself updated by going to my website and becoming a member by downloading my book, Dark Skin or Dark-ism. If you download Dark-ism, you automatically become a member of the website. Because when I release Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit, where I'm going to be, what city I'm going to be in, the people that have gone to my website and they're on my mailing list, you're going to be the first to know. Okay. Oh yeah, I've been running marathons for years, Jimmy. Yeah. And like I said, I ran the Atlanta Peachtree Road race. It was like I think my 4th. I ran my 5th marathon this year, but I've ran the Atlanta Peachtree Road race like 4 times. Yes, so yes, I really do this. I think I filmed some of it on my channel before. Yeah, I'm always running. The Atlanta Peachtree Road race is a 10K. So that's 6.2 miles. I'm thinking about doing a half marathon, because the truth is, and I'm not bragging, I'm actually in shape to do it. If I wanted to run a half marathon, I actually could. I actually just did a 10K the other day. So yeah, I'm always running. That's what I do. I'm a runner. I've been running for years. It's nothing new. If you've been following me, you know that it's nothing new. Me running marathons is nothing new. That's what I do. I'm a marathon runner. I gotta get off here, y'all. I got an important call coming in. But yeah, y'all. I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna probably film my marathon. If you in Atlanta, come on out. Y'all can watch me run, hit the finish line. Y'all can come and see. Hey, it's called the Atlanta Peachtree Road Race. The Atlanta Peachtree Road Race. It's in July 4th. Yes, I will be running the Atlanta Peachtree Road Race. But I want to produce Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. So I want y'all to look out for Burnt Black Crispy Biscuit. Okay? That's the name of my new show on the Dark Skin Activist Tour. Also,